welcome to my channel. My name is Captain Crush. You may have heard about me. My community is a bunch of vocal soldiers. They're fired up 24/7. What we do here, cover fantasy sports, PrizePicks, Underdog, DraftKings, FanDuel. If it has fantasy sports, I will cover it. My goal is to make you a winning fantasy sports player. I give you the tools, the tricks of the trade, and a little bit of my opinion, a little bit here and there, and I hope that you become a winning player. If you're new here, stick around and I will earn that subscription and maybe a like or two, all right? That being said, let's break this puppy down. We got one NBA playoff game today. First, we will go over to the DraftKings and check out the spread. Here we go. Boston Celtics plus 1.5, plus 100, over 216.5. Miami Heat, the home team, they're favored now. They were not favored last game at home, which was absolutely absurd. Now they're favored minus 1.5, and let's get this going. We are on 4 for 4 for calling these playoff games in the Western and Eastern. I'm not even a spread guy because I just don't have it legal in my state. I have to use offshore books, which is absolutely insane, but I digress. Miami Heat minus 1.5. Honestly, I would just ride the train. Can the Heat sweep Heat Nation white hot? I believe that they can get the sweep tonight. Himmy, hammy, whatever you want to call him, but just know he crushes Butler. Minus 1.5. I like it, and I would probably take the under. If you're not going to take that, just fade the game. If you want to get down and crazy and roll dice, I would take the money line on the Celtics. I wouldn't take the spread. I would just take the money line because you're getting good value, okay? That being said, let's go over to Thrive Fantasy right here, boys, where I create my two-mans, and I got something cooked up for you. If you're a new subscriber to Thrive Fantasy, use promo code CRUSH. You will get a free square. You pop it in this two-man, it now becomes a three-man. You get paid 5.2x. Jason Tatum, less, 45.5 PRA, max, Struss, 12.5 points assists, more and less, 1 and 1, a nice happy balance, as Thanos would say, okay? That is my two-man over there. These are the best that I could find on this website. I hope it hit. Yesterday's hit. Let's see if we can continue. Now we will go over to PrizePicks where I can discuss the fantasy scores. And what a fantasy score selection we have, fam. Jimmy Buckets, 50.5 fantasy points. We got the Tatum-nator, 52.5 fantasy score. I tried to mix Terminator with Tatum and it didn't work out well. It sounded ridiculous. I might cut that out. Jaylen Brown, 36 fantasy points. Struss, Brogdon. Okay, first things first, I'm not even going to give opinion. I'm going to my handy dandy notepad. What's the notepad, Cap? Well, it's where I put the fantasy point per minute and the usage rates. All the boring stuff that nobody cares about, but that is the lifeline of knowing what to choose here. I got it right here for you guys. Tatum, 1.42 fantasy points per minute with a massive 32% usage rate. Jaylen Brown, 1.21, 31% usage rate. Al Horford, 0.85, an abysmal 12% usage rate. Smart, 0.89, 17% usage rate. We got Brogdon with a full fantasy point per minute. And then we have Himmy Bucket, 1.27 fantasy points per minute, 25% usage rate. Bam Bigelow Adebayo, 1.15 fantasy point per minute, 25% usage rate. And the rest of them, I won't even cover because I like other props there, okay? So keep all that in mind while we cover this, all right? That's there for you. Jason Tatum, my goodness, he was the play of the day game 7 when he dropped an 80 bomb. But now, I don't know what happened to the Celtics. They went down 2 at home. Now they're all down in South Beach at Miami, and the Jason Tatum-led Celtics are looking like a JV girls basketball team going up against the freaking juggernauts we know as Miami Heat. A bunch of undrafted scrubs coming together. How can you not root for the Miami Heat right now? If you don't have a pulse, okay? So, Jason Tatum, 52.5 fantasy score. Am I going more? Am I going less? I'll wait for the crowd. Ding, ding, ding. I'm fading the prop. I'm not touching it. If I was going to do anything, I would take less. But I'm not going there because I honestly have a better prop for him, number one. But number two, I honestly don't know what I should do there because the Heat win. I can see Tatum throwing up a stinker and just being benched in the fourth quarter. Because if the Heat come out and run away with this thing, that's what it's going to be. So can Tatum come out with a chip on his shoulder? Absolutely. And if you believe that narrative, you need to take more here. I'm not going with either or. We will discuss that on the live stream. It's early in the day. The captain needs more time to simmer on that. I need to sizzle and dizzle, dice, eat some rice, and I will discuss that live later today because we will have a live stream today. I'm not golfing today. I'm staying home right here, and I'm making sure that I can get on that live and we can break all this down. And a community contest will return today. We will be getting bagged, hopefully. Okay. Bam Adebayo, 37 fantasy points. I could argue to take less here, but I could argue to take more. If it's me personally taking this, I would take more. Same thing with Jimmy Buckets. I'm not a big fan of either of these because I'm not a fan of these fantasy score props today. I just think they're right where they should be. But a lot of you only have this available in your state. You can't get the other stats. You only have fantasy scores. Like, I know that's a fact in Colorado. So you could just take Jimmy Butler more, Bam Adebayo more. But if you want to fade fantasy scores today, I won't tell you not to do that. Jaylen Brown, his fantasy score is the lowest I've seen it in forever. But check this out, guys. Less. He's literally been trending down. That is one of my 3 keys to my pillar in this whole process. Trends. And when I see him trending down, it means 2 things. 1, we can ride that train till we're forced off. Or number 2, he's due an explosion. He's due to go nuclear. Could it be tonight? It very well could. But in this situation, when they're facing a sweep, honestly, that's got to be nerve-wracking. The pressure is unreal. Can't even imagine it. I don't want to imagine it. I'm glad that I'm not facing a sweep. My heart goes out to LeBron James. The man played 47 minutes. There's only 48 minutes in a game, guys. I don't know if you know that, but he played 47 of them, and they didn't get the W, and it's sad. My heart breaks for him. If you hate on LeBron, take a walk. He's one of the best of all time. But let's go back to Jaylen Brown, okay? I would honestly just take that train. I have a rule. The rule is we ride the train till we're forced off. So since we've been on the train and we've been taking less, you can just stay less because he's already made you money. And if he costs you tonight, oh well. You can take the narrative and say he's going to blow up tonight. I don't hate that either. So dealer's choice, you pick your poison. Captain, he's going less, but again, not high on these fantasy scores. Brogdon, oh man, Malcolm Brogdon, how tilting. Someone posted on my Twitter, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. That was the funniest tweet I've ever seen because he might have to go be playing in China after this series performance. I don't know what happened to the 6th man. He literally had 4 fantasy points last game. So guess what? He's another bounce back candidate. Every single Boston Celtic here is on a bounce back candidate scenario where they definitely are due big games. They just are. So I don't like it. I don't force it here, guys. I just don't force it. I'm probably gonna be this will probably be the lightest game that I've had all playoff game long. This game right here, as far as what I'm gonna put my money on. I will be focusing on second half today, like I did last game, which bailed me out of a big bad stinker. That would have been horrible. I would have been at the plasma bank giving blood with you guys if I didn't hit that second half. Let me tell you. So I will continue to be light on this. If you want Al Horford, correct play is less, but again, he's old man Horford. So instead of talking about what I don't like, let's just talk about what I do like. Jimmy Butler and Bam, they're always in play, especially Jimmy Butler. Closeout game. If the game stays competitive, which Vegas has it at 1.5, I will like Jimmy Butler, 50.5 fantasy points. I don't see how he doesn't get there. This man right here, Gabe Vincent, I took less, 19.5 fantasy score last game, and he shot 30 real points. He literally was Michael Jordan in his prime in the first half last game. So, am I going to continue to take it? Probably not. I will definitely still be taking some shares of Caleb Martin, though, because he's trending all the way up. I took him last time. I'm taking him again. He's going the right way. Coach is gaining his trust, or he's gaining the coach's trust, I should say. He's fully healthy from that bad injury he had. He's part of the team. He's a lot to do with why they're doing well. I will continue to take that. Lowry, y'all got tilted by Lowry again, myself included. This man, who knows what's going on with this man? He's the D'Angelo Russell. He is the D'Angelo Russell of the Miami Heat, now that I think about it. 100%. You can't get him right. You can't get him wrong. You fade the prop. Just don't even go there. I got something else for you anyways, okay? The rest of these guys, they're all literally dice rolls. This would be my main target right here if the narrative goes the way I think it does, which is it stays close, but in the end, Miami Heat get it because Tatum and Brown, they just phone it in. Even though it's a close game, I think that they phone it in if it goes that way. It could very well go the other way, where Boston comes out and finally smashes Miami. But Miami's incentivized, close it out right here, right now, at home, get the W. They don't want to go back to Boston and have to deal with that. Would you want to go back to Boston and deal with that? New England, who knows what the weather's like there? They're down on South Beach. There'll be a massive party. There's going to be trophies given out. Jimmy Butler's winning the Eastern Conference trophy. You already know he's the MVP. So we'll have to wait and see. But guys, I'm sorry. It's fantasy scores is my thing. And you all know that. If you've been with me for a while, you know how that goes. But I just don't have it in me today. I don't know. I don't see what's going on here. Who knows how this game's going to play? You don't, I don't. It's just, I'm not forcing it. So I will say this. One last thing I will do for my fantasy scores. I'm going to take Jimmy. Nope, I'm fading Tatum. But if I was, like I said, I would take less if you believe that narrative. I would fade Smart. Where's he at? Gabe Vincent. I'm going to stay away from Vincent. Caleb Martin is the guy. These are my two favorites right here. And then from the Celtics, it would probably be something like this. Less. It would look something like that. Okay. Full disclosure. I don't even know, guys. Just get me off of this game. I'm ready for WNBA content. I mean, honestly. All right. So I'm going to go back to my notepad where I have other stats / props, whatever you want to call them. They want me to call them stats. So if you hear me say stat, it's referring to something on the board. All right. So here we are on the other side of PrizePicks where we have the other stats that aren't fantasy score related. Normally, I'm higher on the fantasy scored side of things, but today I'm on the other side of the fence. Uno reverse myself, my own channel. That being said, Kyle Lowry, less, 9.5 real points, 53% chance to hit. Model has him going for 9. Marcus Smart, more, 9.5 rebounds plus assists, 53% chance to hit. The model has it going for 9.8. But guess what? The books, other than PrizePicks, have this line all the way to 10.5. So we are getting a full point discount by taking this on PrizePicks. Gabe Vincent, more, 11.5 real points, 53% chance to hit. My model has it going for 12.5. Again, another Kyle Lowry bomb, 7.5 rebounds plus assists, 53% chance to hit. Model has him going for 6.5. Less on that one. Next, Duncan Robinson, more than 1.5 threes made, 52% chance to hit. Al Horford, these two I wanted to discuss because they're very risky. Al Horford, less than 15.5 PRAs, a 52% chance to hit. The books have it at 14.5, which if I had that on PrizePicks, I would take more. But here I will take less. Full disclosure, my model has him projected for 16.5. So I'm going against my model. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm letting you guys choose. Same thing with Malcolm Brogdon, less than 13.5 real points, 52% chance to hit. I'll discuss this later on the live stream, but my model also has him going for 15. JP France, less than 15.5 pitching outs. I believe they took that off the board. So this is what this would look like. Less, more, and then these two I'm undecided on. My model likes them both to go over. Vegas odds like them both to go less. So guess what? I'll just fade the props for now. Kyle Lowry, you can't have him in the same one. So Crushonomics method, you can mix around, mix and match. That's the key to all of this. Videos posted in my YouTube somewhere if you're interested in what that is. I would still take less here. So these are probably going to be my favorites for stats that aren't the fantasy score side of things. Okay, so I added in Duncan Robinson, 1.5 more threes. And last, this one isn't agreeing with my model either. They have him going completely under. I'm not sure why my model doesn't like it, but Robert Williams III, he's got a W right in his name. Y'all know I like that. Flashback, circa Trey Murphy III. He crushed for us all regular season long, but Robert Williams III, more, 7.5 real points, or his PRA 13.5. I don't know why the model doesn't like him. I really don't. Vegas, I don't know what their deal is either. They're not very high on this either, but me, myself, the captain, I like 7.5 points. It's going with the trend. They may sit him down a little bit more because whatever they're doing hasn't been working, but we'll have to wait and see. I am going to continue to take more. It's been cashing for me, so why stop now? You guys know how I feel about that. Okay, so I covered everything here that I wanted to target with my YouTube prop. Let's go ahead and take a look at the fun props. Minutes played, I know you junkies want it. Jimmy Butler, 41.5 minutes. If the game stays competitive, I would go ahead and take more there. I was going to say Jason Tatum's, whatever his was, but of course they don't have it on there because they're scared. Jaylen Brown, 39, I would probably take more there. Again, that's depending if this is competitive. Jaylen Brown, he is a great NBA basketball player, but I don't believe he has that dog in him. I just don't think he does, because if he did, this series would be different. I know a lot of you people think Jason Tatum doesn't have that dog. You're wrong. Sit down, have a seat, let the cap school you for a second. Jason Tatum absolutely has that dog in him. He's just not having a good series. It is what it is by his standards. I mean, he's still playing phenomenal and stuffing the stat sheet, but they're not winning the games. And that is by his standard. He is a champion. So I would say that he's not having a good series. Okay. Stay away from the field goals made and the 3 points made and all that, or the 3 points made is fine, but the 3-point attempt and the field goal attempts, all that stuff, get out of here with all that stuff. You guys, I don't like it. If you want to play it, go ahead, but don't ask me for analysis on it. Some of you guys send me your slips, and that's the core of your slip is all those field goals made and stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm pulling my hair out here, and I'm wearing a hat, and I'm still pulling my hair out. Do the math on that. I'm just not a fan of it. If you want to roll dice for fun, that's fine, but don't expect some type of groundbreaking scientific analysis because there ain't any, okay? Fouls, if you want to go head down to Marcus Smart, you could. Tatum, I'm not going here. I'm just not high on this game. Bring on the WNBA already and let's get some good golf content because this game is just I'm tired of it because it's been a one-way fest the whole time. The whole series, both series have been crazy. I will say this, game 1 and 2 of the Denver Nuggets game of the Denver Nuggets series was extremely profitable, and for that, I'm thankful to Nikola Jokic and LeBron James and Jamal Murray and Austin Reeves. Y'all four, you gave me a big bag, and I appreciate that because whenever you're adding bags to the chamber, it's all good, fam. Okay, there is a WNBA game today, and maybe, just maybe, we will cover this on the live stream. I'm gonna wait and see because I like to get more data points for my model before I just start throwing stuff out there, but we will take a look and see because I am a man of the people. I want to go over to Underdog Fantasy right now where yesterday I gave you a 2-man for free right here on the channel, live, in person. Captain Crush, here he was. I gave you the 2-man baseball. It hit. Now I'm coming back with a 5-man pick'em contest that I like. Marcus Smart, higher, 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Rich Hill, higher, 4.5 strikeouts. Elias Diaz, higher, half a single. Lane Thomas, lower, half a single. And lastly, Tyler Seguin, lower than half a point. I want to quick say something on the MLB. If they hit if they don't hit exactly a single, it doesn't count. That is per Underdog's rule. So if they hit a home run, they don't count as a single, which I think is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. It has to be a single for you to get credit. So buyer beware, seller beware. Also, use promo code CRUSH. If you're not already on Underdog, you could have deposited 10 to 15, whatever your bankroll, whatever your budget yesterday. They would have given you 100% matchup. You tail the captain's contest, the pick'em contest, and you would have tripled your money. Bang. Day one. Playing through those bonus funds just like that. And on top of it all, when my Discord launches, which might be supposed to be today, so get ready, it would literally be a free month for you, okay? If you screenshot it and send it to me. All right, that's my Underdog spiel for you guys. Let's get the bag. We need a bag. Want a bag. If you're listening, we want a bag today. I hope we get it, buddy. Let's go over to Outlier Bet. Look at this. Look at all of this pretty clean, sleek interface right here. And they have an iPhone app. I don't know about Android because I don't use Android, but I want to show you something right here. Kevin Love, more, 5.5 rebounds plus assists. 80% hit rate in the last 10 games. The last 5 hasn't been so good, but they haven't really needed him this series, and he got injured in one. But head-to-head, he's hit this 67% of the time. But you can see other stuff on here. Derek White, under 16.5 PRA, 80% over the last 10. The last 5, 100% of the time it's hit. This is valuable information. You get the head-to-head. You can click it and even get more information on everything. Minutes played, supporting stats. So you can see how many minutes he played, the fouls, what was going on, when the games was, and look at all this stuff. It's all right here. And again, I don't really get anything for plugging this to you guys. All I get is smarter community. So when we do the live streams, we can really see who knows their stuff and who's been studying. And I'm taking you guys from here to here. This is called Outlier Bet. The link is in my description via the link tree. Use it, click it, you get 7 days free. And then after that, you can get another 30 days by using code CPTN CRUSH. What do you have to lose? Nothing besides deposit screen, okay? And this isn't just for PrizePicks. This is every single book. FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM. You can literally link your sportsbooks accounts here and click this and have it all linked together and literally place bets right through this. What else could you want? That is Outlier Bet. I suggest it. I'm very high on it. I'm long on it, you should say, okay? Now, you've made it to the end of the video. Today, I'm a little off my game. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of overslept, and then mid-video, I had a Jehovah's Witness come over here and try to get me to go over there. I'm a fan of Jesus, but just not your method of Jesus. That being said, I'm here right now doing the Lord's work for you. So thank you for watching to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I earned your subscription. If you're curious about my other content, you want to see what I've done, go ahead and check out one of my past videos that I've made. I had a banger yesterday and the day before that. You can see what I'm all about. I appreciate you if you do that. If you liked it, hit the like button. It helps your boy out. You know, I don't like to beg for likes and subs, but it is what it is. I will keep you guys posted on my Twitter, which is I am Captain Crush, via Discord news, Dub Club news, etc., etc. There will be a live stream today. I'm thinking 4, maybe 5 Central. I will post and let you guys know. Good luck tonight. Salute and let's crush.